Hello guys, this is Shaq from Shaq's Hacks and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna tear down the Tronsmart Bang Max. If you guys are here, that only means that you already heard about the speaker and you know how powerful it is. To do the teardown, I'm gonna need two prying tools, one plastic and one metal, and just a Phillips screwdriver. So while I'm doing the teardown, I'll play some music so you guys can enjoy the video. Please don't forget to subscribe because that keeps me going. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to remove the top. That's where we're going to start from. So we'll start from the right here. There is no screws holding this top here. But of course, always be careful and gentle. So I'm going to try from the front as well. Okay. And as I'm pulling this, there's a front plastic grill that needs to be pulled out this way. Okay, that's great. So this ring here has come out a little bit this way, and what that's going to allow us to do is it's going to allow us to remove the top upward. And the reason we need to pull this out this way is because it's got pins, and these pins, plastic pins, they go inside and hold this plastic bit here, the handlebar, and so it doesn't go up. I am using a bit of force. This is not easy, so you may see that the camera is wobbly. Sorry about that. Right, so some of the handlebar is coming out now. Let me show you what I mean. You see there? Yeah, it's coming off. We just carry on working our way. Again, very gentle. Right, now I'm going to do this side here. So the same idea. Start first here on this side, wedge something there, preferably plastic so you don't scratch the plastic. You have to be very, very careful applying power. Wow, that's it. Okay, so that's done. Right, so this purple bit is it's just some rubber. It gives this handle here some purple kind of look. So the next step is to remove the top handlebar, and it's held by 8 screws, 4 on each side. This is quite easy. Right, now you can just remove the handlebar. And now we've got the boombox without a handlebar. Now for the mesh, this part is easier. So there are 3 clips, one here, one here, one here, and same for the back. So you need to use a prying tool, insert it here and pull up. You may need to use something thinner to initially pull it up, but be careful, the speakers are here. So need to make sure you're not going to insert it too deep inside. You will hear it clip as you lift it up. So here are the clips, one here, two here, and one over here. Okay, and they just hold, they kind of clip around these bits here. So you do the same at the back. Worst case scenario of you using too much force or doing it wrong is the clips are going to break. So it's not the end of the world, but just be careful. Alright, so there is no rear passive radiators because they are on the side. Okay, and that's the mesh removed. Quick look inside. So we've got the speakers showing now. We've got the two tweeters, two mid tweeters, and two main drivers here. Alright, now let me just start playing music as we open the drivers. I know it may not sound great when I take them out, but I just want you to notice the difference between an enclosed chamber and an open chamber. So let's switch it on. Wow. This is huge. Right, here it is. Very, very strong and very flexible. I'll put my money on this, that is very durable. And this is the information on the speaker. So we've got TS, that's from Tronsmart, 4 ohm, 35 watts and 516D. I don't know what that means. Oh, let's play the music, forgot that. So just notice that by doing this, by leaving this hole here, basically what we're doing is we've got it's not a sealed enclosure anyway, and it's not a ported, it's half sealed, half ported. Well, that's silly. It's ported basically with a hole here so the air escapes through here. To be honest, well, I don't know if you know much about speakers, but ported speakers are much louder. But the sound quality isn't as good. The sealed ones do sound punchy and fast response to bass. Right, so let's remove this. So we're just going to cover the positive. Ooh. It's everywhere now. Okay, temporarily just cover the positive so it doesn't touch anything else. I'm going to remove these two mid tweeters now. I am not very confident in saying this is a mid-tweeter, because that looks like a mid-driver more than a mid-tweeter. Especially look at the cone. The cone is actually movable. So this is not going to be playing high frequency tweeter level. Well, one way to find out what kind of band it is covering is to hook it up, but only this, without the tweeters, and then we can listen to it and see what frequency it is producing. Righty, so yeah, it's also well built. Better built than I actually thought it would be. It's 4 ohms, 20 watts, 517D, not 516D. This is 7D. So let's just carry on now. We're also gonna remove the other one, and we'll leave just the tweeters. Right, let's listen to music through tweeters only. So the drivers that were here, they have their own enclosure inside. So the air that they produce is got nothing to move this, right? They have their own enclosure inside. To remove the battery compartments, you will need a very long screwdriver, longer than usual. And I even tried extension, but it doesn't fit right in an awkward corner. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to open the back. So to open like I said, to open this back shelf here, you've got 11 screws to open. So to go through it faster, I'm going to use a drill. Now I need to remove the bottom pad here. It's a rubber pad. It's really strong, so just be careful. Right, there we go. A lot of sticky tape. The boombox without the speakers is super light, very light. It's just literally just plastic now. I do appreciate if you do subscribe, and I promise not to bother you. You won't miss out on new speakers, new teardowns. There we go. Right. Wow. We have done it, and it looks like a mess. The cables. Wow, so many wires here. I'm not afraid of wires. I do love electronics and wires, so do not worry about me. The battery. So first of all, let's have a look at the main board. As you can see, it's here. All the connections are here. All the connections have some kind of hot glue that holds it together, so it's not wobbly, and it doesn't come out if the speaker's dropped, which is great. If the Bluetooth isn't working, there's a wire here. It looks like an antenna. That's the Bluetooth one. You need to check if that's come off loose. The other reason you may open the speaker is to replace the battery. So the battery, we're going to look at it now. It's here. Phillips screws, PH1. Let's go. This is the battery. It's quite big, and the connection is there. So let's pull it out. We didn't go all the way here for us not to check it, so right. I know you want to have a look inside. Let's remove the cover.
Okay.
There's really nothing I can see here. It's really stuck together. I can't even remove it. Hopefully you'll be able to zoom in later and show you this. The chips hopefully will show. Right, now, because I promised you to test the mid tweeters, I need to unplug the tweeters. So the tweeters are here and here. Okay, so I need to unplug them. Well, there's two ways to unplug them, either from there or from the main board. Right, let's go with this one here. Again, just remove the hot glue. Let's put this together. And now, let's plug these back in. Right, let's play some music. So as you can see, these speakers here, they covered mid-range all the way to the tweeter level. So I'd say about between 2K till about 4K, something like that. They covered that range. So now guys, I'm just gonna close it all up. I'm gonna put all the speakers back on, all the screws back in. You can now watch me put it together, or you just reverse what you've done. Perhaps one thing that I need to tell you, there is a waterproof ribbon. Just make sure that's not cut while you're closing the two shells. Will the speaker be waterproof again? Yes, it will be if it's done properly and sealed properly and closed and, you know, tight. But it will never be the same as what it was initially. So if it's IPX7, for example, or IPX6, it's not going to have that rating anymore. Underneath you see the radiator that's plugged into the DAC, to the DAC chip, which overheats, so that's why I've got a heat sink over there. At the bottom underneath there is the connection for the jack ports and DC port. It's all here underneath. It's held by 3 screws, so if you want to replace it, you'll have to remove those 3 screws. Also, there is a cable here, so that perhaps in the future can come out loose. So if you have any connection problems, you may want to reseat that. Just a reminder, there is a rubber here. It's waterproof, so just make sure that's sat properly. I would also suggest that you remove the ribbon from the shell and put it on top here. Do the same for the other one. Otherwise you're gonna struggle, as it will keep falling off. This is what I mean, this ribbon here. Just lay it here. And then put the cover back on. Make sure all the cables are where they should be. And slowly, gently put it down. Make sure there is no big gap here. If there is a small gap, that's fine. Make sure it's not big. Here also. Okay. Here how it looks like on one side. Like I said, this one square should point up where the controls are. Okay. Same thing for the other side. Let me put it back how it should be. Like that. Okay. It's quite difficult to put it back together, but if you have patience, you should be alright. Okay, now time to put the screws back in. So one right, one left. Don't worry about forgetting which one is negative, which one is positive for the cables. They only fit in one place. Right, all the drivers are now in place, so I'm just going to play the music slightly louder just so we can see them move around. So it does sound fantastic because it's a great speaker anyway. I'm just going to carry on now and I'm going to put the mesh back on. You just need to push here, that's it really. Front as well. Right, now to put the handle back on. Now there is only one way for it to go. You need to make sure the Tronsmart is facing you. Just remember there is a plastic bit here that needs to go on the top. The reason for that is because there is a hole here, can you see it? There's a gap for it where it goes. Right side is done. Now to the left side. And then now, let's not forget about the rubber bit here underneath. You may notice that it's got some fluff or dust. I suggest use some tape and just do like that. Now make sure the writing is like that before you put it on. And the speaker is facing up. And just slightly push the corners in. The speaker is now all back to normal. Okay, as you can see it here. Let's play music. I can't play the music too loud because it's late at night, but I'm happy with it. It's working fine as it should be. Everything's back to normal. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you did like any part of the video, if it helps you in any shape or form, whether you managed to fix something, replace the battery, or just curious to have a look inside, if that helps you, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and I'll hope to see you next teardown or next review. Cheers guys, bye.